Hey, Nashvillians. Welcome to the You Matter Nashville podcast, the place where every story we share is a celebration of you, the heartbeat of our community. I'm Jason Hoover, delighted to be one half of your hosting duo.
And I'm Mindy Hoover, joining you alongside Jason to bring you the stories of inspiring individuals and unsung heroes making a positive impact right here in our hometown.
Every episode is about passions, dreams, and actions that stitch together the Middle Tennessee community.
So if you're looking to get inspired by the good happening around us, or if you want to hear from the change makers who believe, just like us, that you matter, then hit that follow button on your favorite podcast platform.
And if you are looking to make a move in the Middle Tennessee area, Mindy and I are real estate professionals and would be honored to serve you with excellence.
Now, let's dive into another episode of You Matter Nashville.
Welcome back, everybody, to another great episode of You Matter Nashville, where it's all about the people making a difference in our community. I'm your host, Jason Hoover.
And I'm Mindy Hoover.
And we are a local real estate team here in the greater Nashville area. But this podcast, it has nothing to do with real estate. It has everything to do with the heart of our community. And we are excited about this episode. And I'll forewarn you, it may get a little crazy. It's been a challenge, not really a challenge. It's been a fun time getting this going. These, just hearing these ladies talk about their nonprofit has just been fun already. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pitch it over to Mindy and let's get this thing started.
So this is an episode very dear to my heart because Love the Dress is something I've been a part of since 2010. I was a teacher at Centennial High School here in Franklin and saw the need where girls were not going to dances or proms because they just couldn't afford dresses. I reached out to my pastor who's like, so crazy. Last couple of weeks, we've had some other ladies bring up this same thing. So we all got together and started planning our first event, which was in March of 2011. So this year marks 14 years of having events here in Franklin, Tennessee, and not just serving our small community here, but reaching all of Middle Tennessee. And even girls come from Alabama and Kentucky now to come to this event of dresses that were, we had 100 dresses the first year to having over 4,500 dresses this year, which is just incredible. But I wanted to have my dear friends and my co-conspirators that helped me pull all of this off. And that is Miss Connie Gulley and Raquel Babb, who is incredible. And we literally could not pull this off with all three of us not on board in doing this all year round. So I first want to talk to Raquel since she's kind of been with me the longest. You came on board in 2013. So literally just 2 or 3 years in, you came in, and I would love for you to tell me a little bit about the story of how you found us, because it's kind of cute because it was your daughter. It was Mackenzie that actually turned you on to the event and the nonprofit and what we do.
It was my oldest daughter, Mackenzie, and she happened to be helping one of her friends who was setting up the jewelry and the shoes part of it as her silver award. I think it was her silver award for her Girl Scout thing. And she'd asked if Mackenzie would come and help her display them and set them up cute beforehand. And Mackenzie went and did that. And then all of a sudden I get this phone call. Mom, you have got to see this. This is something you are going to love. She said, all these girls are coming and getting prom dresses and special dresses. And this just seems like something you might like. So I got in my car, drove up there, didn't have any idea what this was. Mackenzie wasn't going to prom that year. She had a dance competition, but I went in and I was just like, wow. And I met you, Mindy, and I met the other ladies that were involved and just kind of said, hey, next year, how can I help volunteer? So from there on out, the next year I came and volunteered, went and got donations from out the community of food and drinks and picked up some dresses here and there from a few people. And then that just started going from there. And been involved ever since.
Right. And just like we got involved, both you and I have a very close knit of friends and here in Franklin. And we have kind of just, roped them in to kind of help us throughout the years. We both have a small team of friends that come in the day of But of course, as we grew, we could no longer just have our friends come in the day of, or even just the day before to help. So then we were like, hey, Connie, like
Yes.
you hang out with us most of the time anyway during this event, and you're pulling doubles. So, and staying like 12 hours like us, like you might as well like be in charge of something.
The official member.
Official member.
I'm glad to do it.
Yes.
Did y'all have like a voting or anything like that?
No. We're like, she puts in way too many hours. She has to have some kind of title or something. And so tell us a little bit about your story of getting wrangled in and what you loved about the event and what has kept you coming back, other than Raquel telling you have to.
Raquel did wrangle me into it, but once I got there and saw the girls and how much it meant to them to find a dress, and the whole event, all the volunteers and all the girls, and I love it. It's a labor of love, and it's what keeps me coming back year after year.
Definitely the stories each year that we see, or the blessings, or that one special story each year that just touches you and goes, this is why we do it, and this is why we're going to do it again next year. Every year we go in and go, oh my goodness.
I would love to hear some of those stories.
Yes. I was just about to say, Raquel, what is your favorite story? What is the story
so many.
So many.
But probably the one that probably sticks out the most is 2 years ago, when this mom and a grandmother came, and they were maybe about 100 miles away from here, and they brought two girls. They brought one, the daughter, and then a friend, and they had already been searching for dresses, and they were just having a hard time finding something that economically they could put into their budget, but then also, that fit or that the girls loved. And here they came to our event, drove 100 some miles on the border of Alabama and Tennessee they were at. And both girls found their dream dresses. And I mean, just the tears flowing from the grandma and the mother, and then the special friend that they brought too. And it was just like the dresses were made for them. And it was just perfect. And I could always just remember how that really touched them all. And then they were sending pictures to the dad and FaceTiming the dad back home, and he was overwhelmed. And then 2 weeks later, or well, I guess it was probably about 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, when prom happened, we get a special picture from them at prom even that, and they just said, as a thank you, that how we blessed them, that they had already been searching for months for something and just couldn't find anything. And that's just one of the stories. Every year there's always a few.
There are, and there's
amazing.
And we cry every year. Just
I get chill bumps too, just listening to it.
There's just so many moments of crying. Yeah,
you really, impacted the girl, but also the grandma and the dad.
The grandma especially. Yeah, she just is like,
We work with a lot of
come in there, but a couple of dads have come in there.
A couple of dads the single dads that have helped. And
that was exactly what I was about to bring up. What makes me tear up was when the single dads who come in with these teenage girls. And I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, this guy comes in and he's like, just take her. I don't know what to do. This is not my thing. But and I'm like, we're going to take care of her. It's, it's perfectly.
I can understand.
Yeah. Right. If you can imagine. And of course, the dads are not allowed in the dressing rooms and stuff. Right. So they kind of just hang out in the boutique while the girls are shopping, and they have to go back out. Anyway, but it's just that, please help. Like, we need help with this. And so the single dads, my heart always goes out to, and it touches me that, that they take the time to bring their daughter, financially, to, what I'm saying?
The financial burden is a big deal.
Help relieve that, because being a single parent, you already have so many bills.
It's tough.
And so if we can relieve this for those families, it means the world. It really, really does.
How many
I
dresses
feel like
do you have now?
this past year, there was even, the appreciation was overwhelming. Really saw the need this past year. I can't tell you how many people, as I was walking through the waiting room or a room, that just pulled me to the side and gave me a hug. I didn't know these people, and said, you don't know how this is helping our family, or you don't know what this means, or, and that's right there was like this year was just a big need. I really saw more so than ever, but also how appreciative the people really were this year. I mean, I couldn't tell you.
And it's a harder year, just
I didn't
economically.
think so, yeah.
And we kind of were prepared for that. We knew it was going to be a harder year, and we're probably going to have a lot more girls. And I would probably say we had probably 75 to 100 more young ladies come through our doors. I mean, we were packed out on our schedule. We were like fitting people in. We were using rooms that weren't dressing rooms just to get the girls through.
Yeah.
And we actually had to have a cutoff time because our movers were showing up to put everything up. And we're like, sorry, we can't see any more people because they heard it from someone and then they showed up after the event was over. Like, we do our best, but that's
seems
all
the
we can do.
more you grow, the more space you get. And thank you to the Gate Church for
oh my goodness, yes,
allowing that, granting that space. But that's even larger than what you've had, and it's like you grow and grow, but you still don't have enough space, enough help to match, to help these people. It's like, how far can it go?
Like right now we have about 140 volunteers over a 3-day period. And oddly enough, like a lot of people want to come and help set up and get everything going and making everything look beautiful. But it's harder to get people to come and shop with the girls. And a lot of people are like, well, how come you have someone like a personal shopper? So when the girls first get there, they sign in and we have assigned dressing rooms where they have all of their things. They go to the boutique and they shop, but they actually have a one-on-one experience, just like if they were going to a bridal boutique. And they are helping them shop the entire time, holding the dresses and helping them, like everything from trying to get the zippers. Because believe me, some of these dresses are pretty difficult to get in and out of. So having someone to guide and just tell you how beautiful you are the entire time. Wow. That's like one of our, that's making me go cry. Yeah. One of our biggest things is that, that we want these girls to not just get this dress. We want them to really feel beautiful and to have this positive experience, even though it feels a little rushed. And I think our volunteers do a really incredible job at that. We just need, honestly, like 40 more volunteers during the event to really make it happen and flow the way that it needs to.
And my aunt joined y'all this past time.
Yeah, she did.
She was there, I think, all 3 days even.
She was.
And she was just ecstatic. She loved it.
She's from Florida, or where was she from?
From Atlanta area.
Atlanta.
And she had always seen stuff. And like last year when we were needing hangers, she literally Amazoned hangers to us. I mean, she was.
I remember when that box showed up.
Yeah. And so she's like, she's like, I had no idea. I had no idea how big this was. Like she thought it was, she's like, we give some dresses away. And she was like, this is a process.
Yeah. You have no idea what goes into it. Yeah.
But she loved it. And she was there. She's like, I got to come every day. She says, you're here all day. I can do that. And she did spring chicken. She did.
Helped every which direction. She helped Connie with getting the boutique room set up, or the dresses all on things, hangers. She was back helping girls get stuff. She was helping check in. Yep. She was helping check out. She was just doing a little bit of everything. So
she was.
We love those volunteers that can do it all.
Yes, and are willing to do it all.
Right.
And everything.
From thing to thing.
Yeah, but there is no way we could do what we do without that. I know that sounds like a huge number of volunteers. But when you're talking about processing and putting up over 4,000 gowns and putting up the infrastructure, building the dressing rooms every year, setting all these multiple rooms up. And this next year, we've already talked about, we're going to have to change our entrance and the flow of how we do things, because we need a much larger waiting space.
We don't want people just standing there in that little waiting room. Yeah.
Even though we have appointments, it starts to get bogged down.
Well, this year we had, maybe 30, 40 that weren't on the appointment list because
at least
that heard about it from a friend or whatever, and just showed up. And we definitely wanted to work them in, and we definitely did. I think we got to everybody that we could. Everyone went with the dress.
You said you had 4,000 dresses.
Over 4,000 dresses.
At least over 4,000.
So you
and we had
started with
over
about
500
100
girls.
Yeah.
How many girls?
We had over 500 this year. Last
Yeah.
year we had about a little bit like 420.
Yeah.
And this year we were somewhere between 530,
525
540.
and 550. Yeah. It
Wow.
was. Yeah. And we document everybody who comes in because I like to keep numbers and everything. And
Well, and
see.
I want to share this too, because this is not just for 3 days. You guys are working on this throughout the year.
Yes.
And so, a lot of people think it's just a 3-day event and then poof, gone, you're done for the year. But no, this is constant. You're constantly working out storage and
People dropping off dresses at your
Yeah.
house. Or
Yeah. I mean, we have dresses dropped off year round. I have at least one person a week drops off dresses at my house. And I pretty much just have a standing. If my car's not there, just put it in my sunroom, and I keep that unlocked.
There was a time where we would put them in Connie's garage.
Oh.
We just kept that collection going, and we'd go.
Just the collection going.
Raquel would run out of room.
Yeah.
You have room? Yes, I have room.
Because
we ran a tub of dresses over that collected last week over to your house until the time.
And now you have a storage.
Yes, we've had a smaller storage all these years, but we got upgraded to a 10 by 25. And then last week we had to then get a, what is it? Is it a 5 by 5 or 4 by
9 or 5 by 10 or something?
5 by 10.
It was an odd number.
It's an odd number, but we were like, give us the weird room that's cheap. That's what we said.
Yes.
But we got a phone call 2 weeks ago from Franklin Road Academy, private school up the road, that was like, we're tearing down a building. And we've had some prom dresses from helping Best Buddies, which is a really great nonprofit here in Middle Tennessee. But we have nowhere to store them, and they don't either. So we went through and processed 400 or 500 dresses for 3 days. For 3 days. And went through all of that. And were able to get some new racks and all that stuff. And well, it has to be stored. So we went and got a new storage building.
10 tubs worth of dresses that we were able to get from them?
Yeah. And then we were able to get 12 huge construction bags full of dresses for another organization. Was it Night to Shine? Was it with Tim Tebow's? Yeah. Their organization. So we were able to get a ton of dresses for them too. So not just blessing us, but blessing their prom night. And then of course we always ask Best Buddies to come to see us as well. So we all kind of help each other out in the prom dress arena.
So
we just want to make sure every girl knows that to have that to them.
That's right.
Yes.
So for the ones that don't are new to this and don't know how it works, kind of give them an overview of how this happens and how they can maybe, if they have a daughter that needs to participate in this, how does it, kind of a quick overview of that?
Well, trying to think. Sorry. Cut, Ryan. Okay. So the girls have opportunity. I always have February 15th at 5 p.m. I open up spots for girls to make appointments. And of course, they want those Friday evening spots. We actually had to open up Friday night, 3 years ago, because all of our Saturdays were so packed. We had to make some relief.
And how did they sign up?
And so they go to our website. We have a link on there.
What's that website?
And that is lovethedresstn.com.
Okay.
And so the girls go on there, and then they go to the appointment site, and I make it the same time every year, so there's no surprises, and and nobody can get upset that I didn't know. It's on there all year round.
Okay, so they sign up, they pick a date or a time slot. And what is it, like a 30-minute, an hour?
They get a half an hour to shop.
Okay.
And they come in, we write their name on this nice little board on the dressing room and what time they got there. And that doesn't sound like a lot of time to shop, but it really is.
They really do.
We have everything sized and in color. We have a short and long dress section. So if they're like, because a lot of girls come in, they're like, I have to have a red dress this year and I want it to be long. Well, they can go straight to that section. So,
And the personal shopper.
and the
that
personal
helps as
shopper
well.
knows where
Okay.
everything
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and they grab all the dresses they need and they go back, start trying on. They can go back and forth as many times as they need. They can even buy 2 or 3 dresses, because some girls go to multiple proms, or they'll get a couple of short dresses for homecoming and other things. And of course, all the girls in need get one for free. Girls can bring dresses. A lot of them trade. They'll like, I have a dress, I'm going to donate, and then, and they'll get one. But we do ask for donations for anybody who can give a donation, $10, $20. And that helps with everything from storage to posters to printing off things to oh my goodness, those Xerox that we get are $250 a piece. I mean, it's just keeping everything going. Everybody's a volunteer,
And nobody is paid.
Nobody's
No.
paid. Just in love and tears.
Yeah.
That is all.
And you also you have people that help. You have radio.
Yes. So we were with Graceworks for many years, and then when they changed direction, our umbrella, I guess you could say, we were under that umbrella. We were then taken over by WayFM. We were so incredibly happy to have Amy and some of the other DJs and personalities that were actually volunteering at the event undercover, because the first year I didn't even know she was volunteering. Reached out afterwards and I was like, how can we help? This is amazing. We want the community involved. And
That's awesome.
yes, because I mean, radio spots, I can't afford it. So, so we were very, very happy to have them on board. And then when Graceworks went a different direction, they were like, please come under our umbrella. So we became a nonprofit under WayFM and have been there with them since 2020. And just very grateful. And they even bring like 5 volunteers to help during the event, and they DJ the event, and they're just awesome. They're just amazing.
So they help market it as well.
Yes.
And so we talked about the Gate Church. Yeah. They provide the space.
Yes.
And someone feeds y'all as well.
Oh my goodness. I swear our workers, they will work for Chick-fil-A. So all of our volunteers during the event, we have Chick-fil-A like Friday and Saturday. And we have some people start getting low on fuel, or they can get there early. They can do that too. So one
of the biggest blessings of the people that we have that help us is 2 men in a truck.
Yes.
There's absolutely no way that we could ever load all that stuff from our storage unit to the gate at the church and then reload us back up. So they are, to me, one of the biggest blessings.
Yes.
For
100%. And my husband, Jason, can attest to that, and so can John, Raquel's husband, because they
had to do it for a couple of years. Yes. They were the ones loading in and out of
a lot of the stuff. We were so exhausted. We were like, okay, guys, we need help. We're just
I
two
remember
ladies.
one time
our
carrying things up a hill in the rain.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you remember that.
and the racks were breaking and falling.
Even. It was slippery. That was. I think that was when it was.
We should have had video.
No video.
I bet you I can find some. I'm gonna look.
I think they were both out for like a week or 2 after that.
Their backs.
Yeah. Their backs.
You guys' backs, and probably we were not their favorite.
Yeah, we were the favorite wives.
That next couple days.
But yeah, so whenever we were like, let's call them. We heard that they were really great for nonprofits and they love to help the community. So I called them and was so surprised when they were like, yes, we would love to help. I mean, and they don't just help like nonprofits like us and for events and things, but they also help get women who are like in bad situations. They will actually help. They'll go in and move them out.
Really?
Yes.
That's just amazing.
It is amazing.
So it's good people helping good people.
Yeah.
So,
and we've used them in our real estate business as well. I mean, for, helping move. And we've used them personally a few times, actually.
We have. Yeah, we have We refer them out a lot.
So thank you very much.
Yes.
2 Men in a Truck.
And then also our storage, we would not be able to do what we do without our storage. And A Plus Storage, they opened up their doors and gave an incredible donation of and discount that we can't even, if y'all know how much storage is in Middle Tennessee, it is insane. And our cost was just going up every single year. And so we were really dependent on those donations to help with that. But since A Plus Storage has come on board and has really helped us cover that cost, we've gone, I think this past year, half of the girls that came, it was completely free like dresses. Like, but
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And didn't, and we don't tell the girls you have to give us this much money, or anything like that. It's all purely donation. But we had that much need. And it was so nice, though, that we could do that and not have to stress that we have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for storage throughout the year. And so shout out to them as well.
Okay.
So is there anything that you don't currently, have that would help in the future?
Raquel, Connie.
What was that question? I'm so sorry.
Is there anything that somebody that could help out in a way like what we've just been sharing that would be
donations
beneficial?
Throughout the year is always great with the dresses, but also maybe donations of, volunteers for sure.
And the young girls from the high school volunteer
Yeah.
too. They get their volunteer hours for, is it FCC or what? FGC.
The Girls Cotillion. So we get a lot of volunteers during the thing, but maybe even just we've talked about doing some extra little special things for these girls when they come in, makeup, hair tutorials, different things like that. And we used to have like little gift certificates and stuff that we would sometimes be able that organize businesses throughout the community, spas or hair places would donate, and we would have raffles or different like little, drawings throughout the time. So we're open to having businesses come on board and help us with that and do some special things for advertising for them, but then also something to, entice these girls to get them excited, or the moms even, so.
Yeah, because it is a huge expense. I mean, these dresses are now anywhere between $300 and $2,000 now. It is insane how much these dresses are. And a lot of the dresses that we have are very boutique, name brand dresses that you would be very surprised that people have donated, or the designer had actually donated themselves. And so we're very, very grateful for that. But the extra expense of having your hair done, getting your nails done, and a lot of these girls can't afford that. So any kind of discount that they could give, or discount cards, for these girls to have those services would be incredible.
And happy to market them as well.
Oh yeah. We have
for that.
Yeah, we put it on all of our stuff and everything.
And one little observation: in the last time that we had to put the dresses into the storage, you've seen the cartoons where you're like shoving stuff in a closet trying to clean the house, and you're afraid to open the door. That's kind of what I'm afraid of opening that door next year. I mean, because that was.
Yeah. So when we got all these donations, I was like, we're not opening that door. We're just not. We're just going to get another storage unit. And
I'm not even going to look at that till that day.
We're not going to look at it. Yes.
Because it's going to come falling out.
It is. Or spring. It's like a spring. Like things were like shoved in and packed in. Anyway.
And too, if somebody's thinking, well, why do you need more dresses? You've had so many. It's because you have so many girls that are coming.
Yeah.
You don't even have, to give them the options. Because you've got different sizes, different styles. Everything.
Yeah.
So, we talk about so many dresses. We're not saying we're overloaded.
Right.
No.
And our biggest need, I know they can both attest to that, this is sizes that are over size 20. We are always in desperate need for those gowns. And so if anyone has those dresses just sitting in their closet, hanging in there, then please donate those to us, because we we have girls that desperately need those sizes in the upper range, because like you can be a size 8 or a size 10 or even 6 and have so many dresses to choose from. And then those larger sizes, they may only have 15 to choose from.
So as much as they cost and they donate, can they get a tax?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Since we are an umbrella under a nonprofit, and we can actually give them a donation receipt for their taxes. So
Okay.
yeah. And we do have businesses, and we do have people who, like, say they'll donate 10 dresses. And so they'll ask for that as well.
Fantastic.
And we also take jewelry and, special shoes too, like the nicer shoes, obviously, not just sandals, but dress shoes. So we always have that, because a girl would love to have the whole complete outfit, of a nice pair of earrings with a pair of shoes that match their dress that they've found too. And
yes,
so we take those donations also.
Yeah, and most definitely. And the shoes, that's another huge expense. That can be another $100 for a girl. And then we have them for like next to nothing or free. So, and jewelry we have donated. We even go and we purchase some sets and everything to have them there for the girls as well. Just because we don't get enough of those donations. So we will go out and purchase them and have them there.
So besides dresses and everything, are there I know with racks and mirrors, is there anything that you guys need, like if somebody could donate as far as setup wise? Are you pretty solid on it?
I think we're pretty solid on setup. And
if there was ever anyone that had very sturdy, very good, high quality Z racks,
commercial racks,
definitely we could always use those. We always tend to have a few break throughout the year or throughout the process of moving in or out. And those are very expensive pieces to replenish. So if there's ever a business that's looking for a place to donate some Z-Racks that they no longer need.
Or racks that roll, right? Racks that roll.
Racks that roll. In and out of a truck. And yes, definitely.
All right. So I know we've made a lot of changes throughout the year. Like we said, used to, it was like more of a swap and shop. Girls would bring dresses to trade. They would maybe buy one for 20 or 10. Then we went to donation. Then we went to giving away as many as we could. Where would both of you like to see us in 5 years? Because we're going to be doing this. We already said we're going to be like the gray-haired ladies giving away dresses someday. So where do we see ourselves in 5 years?
A reality show or some sort. I don't
right? 5 years. Where are we going to be?
Where are we going to be, Connie, in 5 years?
We might have to have a bigger venue.
Yeah.
Maybe add a day or two, maybe. I mean, if we keep having 500-600 girls, I want every girl to be able to come. I don't want to turn anyone down. I mean,
be like a full 2-day event.
The word gets out. Being this will be our 15th year. 15th
be our 15th year next year.
I don't know how many, because I came in on the second, third year, how many was that first year, but every year I feel like 50 to 100 girls more each year, and so.
Or maybe just another day.
Yeah, maybe another day or a longer day, or I don't know.
Got to fit them all in.
Yeah.
I agree. I love where we are. We're so grateful for where we are, where we've been the past 7 years. But I think that we're kind of busting out the seams. So I think probably one of our biggest need is if a church or a business had the facility that we could be at. That would be really, really great. It's like we make where we are work. But it would be great if we had a lot more square footage, because more square footage means more space and more girls, more dressing rooms.
They could spread out.
If not, we could spread out, and we could be able to have more volunteers that are able to take girls. We usually have 16 slots per 30 minutes, or is it 20 slots? I know at one time we were 20 slots, then we had to go down to 16, but we have about 18. Up to 25, 30 little dressing rooms. That would, in those 30 minutes, that would really be able to, keep the flow and keep a lot more girls coming in too. Then we wouldn't have to do more days per se,
right?
But have bigger space to have more dressing rooms built out that we could have more volunteers to be taking girls back to be finding their dresses.
Which means more volunteers. That's right.
Which means,
Right.
we need more volunteers, which means that too. But
anybody out there?
Yeah.
We should do like the vacation Bible school. Remember that where you got awarded for bringing guests? Maybe we could do, get awarded for bring the most volunteers. Yeah, maybe have some little trinkets and things like that.
Get little gold stars, little pins. I don't know.
So we need, larger space eventually.
Yes.
Again, very grateful for what you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
Very grateful.
Yes.
Very grateful for the gate. What we do have, it works.
Yeah.
It works. It
does.
Yeah, and so obviously, even now, you need more volunteers because I do know this past season or past event, it was a little shy on volunteers. So that
the tear down. It seemed like this last year that the tear down was a lot of.
Yeah, and that we've had a lot of help in the past. So this year it was like, oh wow, and and we're ladies are pretty much who helps with the front end and during the event. I mean, guys who are needing volunteers hours can come from 2 to 6 and help break down, because anything that we can do to make the move faster for the movers, because they are there late on a Saturday night.
Any football teams out there?
Any football teams,
baseball teams,
JROTCs, anybody who's needing the hours. Because we are Tennessee, and everybody has to have hours done.
We're the volunteer state.
We're the volunteer state.
Yeah.
So come on,
definitely some more.
Yeah.
So, this may be kind of already known, but I want to just kind of to give you each one of y'all a platform. What is it? This is going to your 15th year. What's the core reason that keeps you motivated, keeps you wanting to do this? Because you're not getting paid. You're not getting, media or anything like that. So it's, it's not something that you're taking away physically or anything like that. So what is it? What's the core reason you keep doing it? I'd love to hear from each one of y'all.
I guess one of the things when the special needs group comes in and I get to see them finding their dress, that gets me every single year.
Yes.
I just love that, and to give back in any way. It's a small way, but just to help out the community.
I think especially, I love to see the happy tears and the excitement of a girl when she puts on a dress and her face just goes like this, and she just knows it's the one. And just the excitement, she starts twirling around and dancing and doing, and you just sit there and go, oh, you just made that girl's day, that year, that her prom. You just made that special event be more special.
And it's lifetime memories.
Yeah, and it is. Oh, it's engraved to me of some of these smiles and just the moms or the guardians that have had a hardship, that have come into a situation where they have someone come into their home that, this last year we had some exchange students that came in, and the host families were like, I can't afford to go get this girl a dress, but these girls are in from Germany and this and that, and they came and found dresses. There's just so many little stories like that you don't know who you are helping or how you're helping, or they've had a parent that's unfortunately in jail, and a grandmother's taking over, and we've had that come in there, and so it's those stories that keep me going each year.
Yeah. I grew up in a poor community. And so I saw it growing up, and, I was fortunate, to have dresses and things, but I saw what was going on. So, becoming a teacher and having girls open up about that and shameful about it. Were ashamed that their parents couldn't do that for them. And I was like, oh, this should not be a shameful thing. This should not even be a thing. And so for me, it is knowing that we are making something normal for them, something that they don't have to worry about, that they can feel beautiful and even leave with enough dresses so they can go to any party at the school or, dances and whatever special occasion. We even have a ton of homeschool kids that come that, the mom is a stay-at-home mom and is homeschooling, and they have homeschool prom that's here. And, so them going and spending $400 or $500 is just not feasible. So just being a part, like Connie was saying, like being a part of the community and knowing that you are giving a service, and to me, a ministry. This is really a ministry, just an extension of God to people and helping in a tangible way, making them feel loved and beautiful. I think that's what drives us every year.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I think we have some incredible volunteers that really do take the girl in and really do make them feel like they do matter. They do matter. Everyone matters that comes through that door. And that's our ultimate goal, is not just that they find a dress, is that they feel loved and that they feel cherished and that they are blessed and that they know that they do matter. And, no matter, it's not the dress that makes that. It's not the dress that makes it. It's them, the people,
It is. It's the people. And all of our volunteers that come in, I don't think we've ever had a volunteer come in and go, "Oh my goodness, that was so taxing." Like
you guys seem to have fun.
We have fun. I mean, I'm usually the one. Yeah, I'm usually the one like stressed out and like running around in circles, making sure everything is done and everything's being covered. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. And we have so many ladies who are like, "Can I stay another shift? I saw that somebody didn't show up to do this job. Can I stay and do it?"
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, Raquel likes to try the dresses on. She'll pick out a dress every year to try on.
We do. We try to at least find a funny dress, at least, or very character
to us.
To us.
That's the other thing that I find that's just so wonderful about this too, is that we do have so many dresses because there are so many different styles, and every girl that comes in is their own unique their self, and they have a different style, their own unique style. Some of the dresses that Connie would pick out for somebody, or I would pick out, that we were like, oh my gosh, who would ever sit there and go like this dress? It's the first dress to go out because you just don't know.
Everybody's got different
personalities.
Taste. And so, we take in so many dresses, but so many dresses go out, but every style. I mean, you can't even decide which style is a good style or not style, because every style is a good style to somebody.
I mean, what's the word? Like the most strange, what we think would be strange or just eclectic looking dress, or the most boring dress in our eyes, those will be the ones who go out the door, because they're sometimes, they're like, I just want a simple dress with a pretty necklace.
People want simple. Some people want the most, biggest ball gown there could be. And they come in the most sparkly, most glitzy. And then some people just want it to be as plain as can be. And everyone.
That's why you have so many dresses.
That's why we have over 4,000 dresses.
It's exactly why. And then that girl puts that dress on that you're like, oh, and then it's like, wow, like that was made for that person,
Yeah. And we do try to scale down at the end of the event, and especially if a dress has been there forever. Or if it's, we have too many that are really similar. There's just lots of reasons we kind of go through, or maybe they're not really formal dresses. They're not as formal as they should be. We do have other organizations that we bring stuff to. We actually get a lot of casual stuff donated sometimes. And we've brought it up to the Baptist Children's Home and area high schools, so we don't throw we don't throw anything away. Right, we make sure an organization.
Dress for Success. We've donated. We just got done donating 6 bags to Dress for Success of just some nice churchy or business suity dresses that were donated, and so
sometimes they accidentally end up with us, and we just redistribute.
So what we've kind of touched on this just a little bit, but to the people that are listening, how could they support you guys?
Well, first with donations, and we start donations usually in January through February, and Raquel is in charge of all of that. So if you want to kind of share where we do all of our donations, and
We have a lot of
where
different
we have a need
Yeah.
to have we need more donation sites.
We have, yes, definitely some more dress donation site or donation spots that they could do. But we have a few different ones. In January, the Brentwood Library has been so gracious to take them in the whole month of January. You could drop off dresses at the Brentwood Library. And we usually get way over 100 dresses. We go over there twice throughout the month and pick up a couple loads from them. And then all the Williamson County, most of the Williamson County high schools do a dress donation drive in the month of February for at least 2 weeks. So most all the Williamson County high schools, we're hoping all of them will join in, but at least 7 or 8 of them are. And then we pick up dresses from them the week of Love Thy Dress event. And then there's some area neighborhoods. We have West Haven and then Fieldstone Farms. They have boxes located in their clubhouses that you can drop off donations of dresses and shoes and jewelry at, and we'll pick those up. And then also Jimmy's Cleaners they're different sites will take in dresses in the month of February also. Yes. And who am I missing? Who else?
I think that's it right now.
But we would love to have some more big neighborhoods that might be able to put some donation boxes throughout, or even businesses. Oh, well, actually, we've had
some real estate places.
Realtor One has done wonderful in getting us. They had over 180 dresses this year donated.
And we need more than anything. Places in Nashville. We did for years have one, and unfortunately the person passed away who had the store, and but we really need to have a donation site in Nashville. We get so many calls on it, and so that is probably our biggest need.
Yeah, I do a lot of driving into Nashville.
Right, and Murfreesboro and Columbia. Those are probably the places where we have the most girls attend. So I think having donation sites in those, because we do get calls asking, do you have any place in Murfreesboro or Columbia or Nashville? So.
And back to real estate. So Synergy is another drop-off place, brand new. They are joining us.
They're going to be added. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have Synergy is going to be doing
Synergy Realty Network.
Yeah. They're going to be a place for us to have donations in the Cold Springs area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as far as community, if anybody out there has a place that would be a good drop off, just reach out to one of you guys or.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have a website. You can reach reach us through the website and send us a message.
Anything else as far as community or for our listeners that they could help with? That's pretty much the biggest one.
I'm trying to think.
Volunteers and just getting the word out.
Okay. And then volunteers. Yeah. Volunteers.
Do y'all know, okay, just a little bit of a question here off that topic. Do y'all, what's the furthest somebody has traveled?
Probably
curiosity.
3.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
I know we've had some from Alabama and we've had from Kentucky.
Jackson, Tennessee.
I know from Memphis. We've had some people from Memphis.
We have a girl from Memphis.
That's fantastic.
Cookville.
I know a couple. Yeah.
So, and what I was curious, it's a lot of people, I would assume, think it's just a local, in this area because it's in Franklin, where we live, but it's not just for people, locally here. I mean, this is expansive.
Yeah. And we've even had people from other states call and be like, we want to start something like you have, can you help us get started? And,
great.
And I've sent, just some of my organization things and kind of how I do things for them to kind of get started in their area. So it's most definitely needed. But we most definitely have a big reach because the longevity of these events or maybe 1 or 2 years. Like a lot of people will start these events, but it's just so much to keep them going, which is why it's so important to have good core people, right? Right, guys?
Or to have a good leader.
Yeah.
And co-leader and Raquel as well.
But
couldn't do without you two.
I may have,
that's why I may
have or been known to carry loads of dresses in my car for a while as well.
I'm sure
we've all been there.
Thank you, Jason.
We've all been there. Like, we got to get it out. Got to go put it somewhere. But
so, as we start winding this up, is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to share to the listeners?
So we do have a spot on the website. If somebody just wants to give a monetary donation, they can. We normally get items, like she was saying, like beauty items or jewelry, shoes, dresses. But if somebody just like, I don't have any of those things, but I just want to help out. Something that we really should do is get like an Amazon wish list and put on there as well.
That's good.
That would probably be really good for us to do.
Like
with our tagging guns, because we always
the tagging guns always
the tagging guns seem to go up.
I think that's a great idea.
They always break.
So money, money would help, because you try not to take money from
the girls,
but there's like you've talked about, there's a lot of expense. Nobody gets paid, so any money they donate goes directly towards all of this.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said before, like we're so blessed that we're at a point where the girls don't have to donate or do anything. They can just come in, and we don't make a big deal. All the girls get a ticket when they come in that kind of like, that they're coming to the, they've been registered or whatever. And then theirs would just have like a little voucher thing on it. So we know that they get a free dress. Like they're in line. Nobody knows I got a free dress. You didn't, whatever.
So it's not like different name tag.
Right. It's not like I have yellow, so I'm free. So we try to be very discreet. If a girl needs a free dress, we're very discreet about it. Yeah. And because, nobody wants to be singled out like that.
No. Well, this has been fantastic. I love what you guys do, and I'm a very, very, very minor part in this, but I have watched Mindy throughout the years working on this and tirelessly.
She's a rock star.
Yeah, and not as much. I haven't seen you guys as much other than whenever I'm helping actively, but I know you guys put in a lot of work as well. But this is all from y'all's heart.
Oh,
truly.
100%.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It blesses me just to see this.
Yes.
Well, and I know our community is very grateful for what you guys do. And, these girls, you're impacting these girls that they're going to remember you guys. They may not remember your names or anything, but they're going to remember what you did and how you made them feel.
That's right. And that's our goal, is for them to feel, for the rest, they look back on this time and hopefully that they can, push that forward, because every girl and every person that you touch, you're hoping that then they're going to extend and help somebody else in need down the road.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Connie and Raquel, and for joining us today. I appreciate your time. I appreciate
thank you
for what you guys do and helping. And also very appreciative of my wife, beautiful wife, and for what she does and the big heart that she has. And, and that's that is her heart, and it's my heart. And it's why we're doing this podcast, because there are so many organizations like this one. It's not a big organization. It's not a money maker. It is something that a group of people came together, saw a need, and making a difference. And that's what we're wanting to do on this podcast. So to our listeners, we want to ask you, do you know anybody, that individual or a group of people, or it could be an organization that or larger organization that would be a good fit, that we can bring onto the podcast and shine a light on what they do, how they impact our community. We just want to spread that love. Also, too, speaking on that, please, if you would, give us a 5-star review, please. I have to say a 5-star because it It actually helps the algorithm. It helps spread our the podcast, so it gets us more exposure. We're not making money off of this either. We're doing this because we love it, and we love talking to people that are making a difference. So if you could give us that review, also share it. Please share it. Help spread this message. Help spread the podcast so other people will see it. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And always remember, you matter. And that brings us to the end of another episode of You Matter Nashville.
We hope today's show has left you feeling as uplifted and inspired as we are. Remember, the spirit of Nashville lives in all of us, and every small act of kindness echoes throughout the community.
A huge thank you for listening and even being a part of our You Matter community. If you love this episode, please share with friends and leave us a 5-star review. It helps us reach more listeners and spread the love.
And if you know anyone that is looking to make a move to Middle Tennessee area, we are real estate professionals known as the Hoover team, and we would be honored to serve them with excellence.
Until next time, keep making a difference, Nashville. You matter more than you know.